Shemai GTA chums. Behind me is the Trans Am Firebird WS6, also known as the Ruiner ZZ8, which you can win if you just go to the Kellogg's car meet. Yeah, prize ride challenge for 3 days in a row, top one in a street race. It's doable, and for this car, it's worth it. It's a good car, nice car. Let's have a look at where you can purchase it if you want to purchase the car. Southern San Andreas, two doors, and somewhere down here. There it is. 1.3 million if you want to purchase it. I've purchased it, but maybe you want to too. We'll find out if you want to do that based on my customization. Mine. It does pull good wheelies. It's a muscle car. So all the armor's upgraded to the max, and what we are going to do is look at the liveries. So we've got the classic Trans Am Firebird, and we're probably going to change that, I think, to something else. I like the white stripes. That is good. I like that kind of, but not also. Um, Fires, Flames, Yoshimitsu Racing. I think just the white stripes are very good, so we're going to pick those. And with the respray, we're going to pick a primary colour. Metallics. Now, I think this will look great with some kind of... I mean, look at that secondary colour, that looks good. A carbon black, maybe. Let's just have a look at what we have to offer here. The greys look excellent. You know what goes well with a grey? That's a red. So we've got shadowed silver rolled steel, silver, dark steel, maybe like a dark kind of colour, black steel. I'm thinking black steel, that's the one, definitely. But then secondary colour, we'll go classic, and I think we'll have to pick a red to go with that kind of look. Bright orange looks good. We could do white with the secondary, just to go with the white stripes. I think that would be fine as well. But I just want to see what red looks like. Because red goes with grey, everyone knows that. I remember there was a car that I wanted as a child, and I cried when I didn't get it, because that's what children do. And that had red and grey, so for that reason, it's red and grey, yeah? To that child, that 7-year-old or whatever I was, on a school trip, crying because I couldn't get a toy car. How pathetic. Okay, I didn't cry. I'm just making that up for YouTube's. Of course I didn't. Secondary vented splitter. I like the secondary look to it because that gives us the accent colour. I mean, we could go for one of these to go for a kind of crazy build. I'm not against that, you know, the bolt on. I think it's quite crazy. The secondary bolt on, that one looks good as well. I've not really gone bolt on, have I? I've gone for just kind of smooth. Let's have a look at that proper mega big bolt on. Yeah, I think if you're going to do it large, and that is probably the one to go for. Definitely. Rear bumpers. Okay, we've got the diffuser. What I really want is a secondary diffuser, but I don't think we've got that because I would have chosen it already. This is the GT with diffuser. I think that looks as good as anything. Engine has been upgraded. Exhaust. These are the stock ones, so I've not chosen one for some reason, probably because stock is best. I mean, there are some good options, but I think stock is best. Bonnet. The red doesn't suit it at all, neither does that. And you get rid of that, that defeats the entire object of having this car, you know, the WS6. It's very odd to go against that, but these vents on here, that makes it super aggressive. I'm tempted by that, you know. I mean, that's like the mega vents, isn't it? The vents of vents. I'm going to go for the first option of vents, just the kind of shark looking vents on the side there. I don't know if that's wrong, but we're going to put it on just for the hell of it. Mudguards, we obviously want some mudguards. Everyone hates mudguards. No, they don't. Some people have class, and we're going to go with a red mudguard to show how much class we have there. Plate. Fun time. I think it should be muscle, really, because it's a muscle car. Roof. What have we got? Roof panels. Okay, so what have we got option-wise? Oh, the primary C pillar. We can go with a black look to it. We can go with a secondary. I think that's too much red with the secondary, so we're not going to go there. We can make a solid roof, and why not? You know, I am tempted. I think the solid roof looks good. Just the solid roof, not the red. That will work, I think. Skirts. This is like the Mega GT skirt, isn't it? Let's have a look what we've got. I think I'm tempted to stick with the Mega GT skirt. I think that's good. That is fine. Sun strips. Fuckaroo, of course, my favourite. Mine Max. Have we got Fuckaroo rims? No, we've got Chapels. I'm going to leave the sun strips off. Primary ducktail is amazing. Oh, the original stock is quite interesting, but I'm not a super fan of that. So that's why I went with the ducktail. I'm going to leave it as a ducktail, but just show you what options you've got. Great for a free car. Definitely worth it. Street suspension is what you want. You want to lower it to the max for performance. And turbo wheels. Now this is the bit where we have, let's have a look at the type for a start. It's the track. No, street rims, hype 5, which look amazing. But the colour, on the other hand, that midnight purple is a bit too crazy. I'm going to go black because it's right. And what else do we want to do with those rims? We want to go with some tyre enhancements, bulletproofs. Tyre smoke is orange, but maybe we should just go black. Tyre design, similarly, you want to go fuckaroo if you're going to go any. Okay, windows. I like the limo look on this car. Although you don't need to. I think maybe we should go a light smoke just to give a bit of a... No, actually, no. Let's stick with a limo. Why not? I'm going to stick with it. Let's do that. Let's get out. Let's get the freak out. Very nice car. Very nice car. Much far better, I think you will agree, than the customization on the podium. So don't be put off by the desperately dire podium customization. Look at those lights. I think those hexagon kind of, what is it, bee lights, aren't they? The honeycombs. Those are what I like most about this car. The rear end, because you're always looking at these cars from the rear, aren't you? And that's where they look best. It's a great little car. Let's have a look at the internals just to give you an idea of that. Obviously with no sunroof anymore, so you're missing out on that action, but I think it looks good inside as well. It's not the fastest in the world, and as a muscle cars go, it drives a bit less like a muscle car than what you'd expect from this generation of car, which may be a disappointment for you. But let's take this left-hander and we'll see. Oh matey, get out of my way, man. Oh, there is a bit of understeer. This is a nice rear-wheel drive car, a nice decent rear-wheel drive car, worth considering for free. I mean, I've tried to win it for free, even though I can't be bothered winning races. But there's lots of easy wins on the cards if you fancy winning some races, and I have been. And I'm probably going to sell this car because it's cost me money, and keep the original, even though it's an awful customization. But let's look at the wheelies before you start making your mind up whether to try and win those races. Amazing. Very good wheelies, nice and easy to do. Not sure I got the full beans out of it then. I think it can do better than that, I'm pretty sure. We're going to do, we're going to head back down south, and we're going to see if we can, oh come on mate. There we go. Nice wheelie. Quite a relaxed, sedate wheelie out of all wheelies of wheelies. So, a lot of people don't like this car, wrongly so, because they want it to be more like a muscle car, and it just doesn't, and it doesn't win races, of course. The Buffalo STX wins races, and this isn't, unfortunately, competitive enough. But it is a very good car. For free, you cannot complain, especially when Rockstar is putting cars in for millions and millions. Even for 1.3 million, this is a decent price. I mean, if this car was released with the current DLC, it'd be top tier for the DLC, honestly, because the cars are that bad. This is decidedly average, though. So, as far as muscle cars are concerned, it's not my go-to. But I'm glad I've got it out, because I do enjoy driving it. It is quite a relaxed, sedate experience with regards to muscle cars. So anyway, got any questions, drop them down below. I hope that's been very useful, mega useful to make your mind up whether to race. You should always race. But I hope you have an excellent day, and thank you very much for watching. Time to end the video on a high.